Hello, my name is Thea Cannon. I will start with a prayer as I wish for protection from the Elohim of Yahweh. Please, Yahweh, Abba Father, please, would you watch over and protect me as always, please, and thank you. Let me be your vessel and do your desires, Yah, Father. Your desires, not mine. Please, in Yeshua's mighty Kodesh name. Hallelujah. Okay, so I have been quiet for the last week. I've been reflecting and it was a weird week. I had a lot on my mind, and yeah, also with what Yeshua went through, Jesus, Yeshua, Emmanuel, it was playing on me and looking at it from his perspective instead of just viewing it as an annual holiday. Getting to go deeper into what he was experiencing at the time. And I wanted it to be his week. It's hard to explain. Whew. Okay, so I've had a lot of things roll around in my head in this last week too. Hashtan, Satan kept wanting me to say something earlier, but the Elohim of Yahweh were telling me not quite yet, not ready, not yet. And I wanted Yeshua to have his Passover, as he does every year. So today marks my third Passover since I joined with Yeshua, became his bride. Holds a lot of memories for me this day, on the Monday. Whew. So, wow. See, I didn't want to talk about Satan Hashatan at all during that week. I didn't even wish to reference him in any way. I wanted it in my head to be all about Yeshua, all about the Elohim of Yahweh, all about what they did and what they have done for us. Last time I threw out some healing, there was a lot more to it than just my non-belief in me. See, I used to hear these scriptures where Yeshua would say, why is it that they need miracles in order to believe? And I always thought, I'm not going to ask for one. I just want to believe without the miracles. And those lines really stuck with me. So I'd almost put myself into a corner because I didn't... It was like I wasn't needing to see it. And if I asked for a miracle, or if I asked for things like Yeshua did in the way of healing, those scriptures would come into my head like, am I believing without the miracles? But then I realised I'd painted myself into a corner because when I look back over my life, there's been a lot of things that I can't explain, miracles and just things that have happened. Not like Yeshua did, healing people and so forth, but then they weren't miracle healing, so to speak. They were healing with friends over conversations, and then I come back to me. Here you see, so we go back to the first part of the Bible, and I used to read, or I read about how the Jews would prepare themselves for the ceremonies and so forth, and they would have to scrub themselves clean and be spotless and be inspected so that they had no blemishes or sores or anything like that. And if they were found to have blemishes or sores, then they would be put into a room for a month and watched, and then they'd be tested again once they came out. See, I had a bit of this stuck with me, this Kodesh cleaning, so to speak. Because for over 20 years, I'd had boils behind my ears. They weren't nice. They didn't smell nice. I remember reading that and thinking I wouldn't have been allowed in the temple. Because every time they inspected me, I wouldn't have passed. So I went to the doctors about these boils behind my ears, and they told me that it's too dangerous, too risky. They would have to cut into my head and so forth because of the location of them. There was nothing they could do. So there was the medical expert opinion where, virtually telling me that it would be too risky and so forth. For some reason, I'd gotten it into my head not to do Kodesh cleaning. I was almost scared to pop them or whatever because they stunk and I was ashamed and embarrassed. So in the last couple of years since being with Yeshua, being with Elohim of Yahweh, our Father, they've taught me Kodesh cleaning. And this, what seems so simple, ended up, they've gone. And all I had to do was scrub them. Not be scared. With a face washer, with water. Just scrub behind my ears. Weird thing is, I was told that as a child all the time. Make sure you scrub behind your ears. Little did I know that would come back later on. So, I was told by the Elohim of Yahweh, why you sure to put coconut oil on afterwards. Little did I know, more research done, coconut oil actually eliminates and kills the bacteria in our skin and behind us, in our skin and so forth, and heals things. So I also remember reading in scripture where the Elohim Yahweh said that we don't put ointments or anything like that on our sores. That was me. Oh, fuck. I'd done nothing about it really for 20 years. And I was ashamed to get close to anyone in case they seen it or smelled it. It was horrible. So now I have no boils behind my ears. They're absolutely perfect. I would be allowed in the temple now. But it was slow. And it appears that I had to clear out my head too at the same time. Because I did realise, speaking to a lot of people and so forth, that boils come from stress. From stress that we put on ourselves. So those scriptures helped me. They helped me and showed me how it could have helped me. So now I am Kodesh clean. I would pass those tests and be allowed in the temple. That's not me swearing. So I would like to say Yahweh rebukes you, Hashatan, Satan, in Yahweh's name, because I am over it. Anyway. Ooh, feels good. So where was I? Anyway, Kodesh cleaning and the scriptures and so forth. So, turns out something that you think can be so complex may just be a simple answer. Story of my life. I always seem to think that I have to find the most difficult answers when it can be something so simple and staring me in the face. So, they're also asking me to talk about some recent information that I came across through other people. Israeli News Live was speaking about it. They did an interview with Judgement, And it was in regards to the whole world health epidemic that's been going on. So it turns out that it could have been linked to 3 possible outbreaks. Now, we got told about bats and we got pushed with the bats idea. Turns out that they had research showing that it was actually from snakes. Little did I know that someone back in 1976 decided to do a lot of research into snake venom, how to weaponize it against us. So I find out that it's possibly in the air and in our water and so forth. Everyone's been subjected to it, and the way that it breaks down the body and so forth. If you look up snake venom and poison and what it does to you, lines up perfectly with what's been happening within the world. And it just so happens that all the things that we can take to cure ourselves have been banned by the World Health Association. So it's nothing to fear, as they've also shown me that there are things you can do to fight back, to eliminate it from the body. If you can't get hold of anti-snake venom, then take vitamin C. Plenty of vitamin C and zinc. I find it hard to say that word, but they're saying it. Hydrochlor. You know the word. I'll let you all say that. So, little ironic, don't you think? Satan, Hashtan, was the image of the serpent, and now they're using snake venom against us. Oh. Usually when I breathe like that, it's them. Hallelujah. Yeshua. Oh. See, I'm getting told it is a hard thing to wrap one's head around the thought that we've been deceived and lied for so long by Hashatan, Satan followers and his minions. Followers. See, they've also got something against, look, I can see the logic in it. When we walk around calling ourselves all these different religious names, Christian, Catholic, Muslim, what else do you want to say? You know, Islam, the whole lot. You're seeking power over another. They don't like that. The Lamio does not like that. You are a Jesus follower. I got a mosquito in the way. You are a Jesus follower or a Yeshua follower. You don't need to put a name on yourself. When you put a name on yourself, you are seeking power over others. You're like saying to them, I'm this, and you're not. It was all about your belief. It's not about a name, because once you start putting names on yourselves and you start calling yourselves name, you end up with fights, don't you? Hasn't history shown us that? About whose way is right and whose way is not right. And we seem to always end up in these battles over who's got the right name, which is quite stupid, isn't it? When you think about it, when you reason it out, you're saying to me that, you know, I can't be a follower of Jesus unless I'm called a Christian, for instance. I can't be a follower of Yeshua unless I'm called a Catholic. How ridiculous is that? And my thing in life was, who gives you the right to tell me whether I am saved or whether I'm damned to hell? You don't have the authority and the right to say that. Yeshua, Jesus said, bring them to me and I will sort them out. Did he ask you to judge everyone, to make people feel bad? What if you coming out with your judgments against what is good in your eyes and what is bad? Yes, there are laws. But How dare you judge other people? They could have been on the verge of coming to the Elohim, to coming to Yeshua, Jesus, and you've pushed them away with your judgments. And it's not your place. You know, I went through this over the last couple of years. Hashatan, Satan, would get in my head because I want you to know you're following him. When you come out and you judge and you hate people, humans, you are following Hashatan and Satan because you are choosing to be Jesus, Yeshua, and judge. He said it was his right, not yours. He wanted you to show people how good you were, how nice you were, not to go around criticizing people for the way that they live their lives. They will answer for that. It is their choices. They are the ones that are going to have to answer to that. But do you want to answer to it too? Because you walked around judging people and you might have pushed one person, maybe 10 people away from finding the truth because they heard your words and realized there's nothing in it for me. They don't want me. God doesn't love me because listen to what this person's saying. Jesus, Yeshua said, bring them to me and I will sort them out. He didn't ask you to be judge and jury in your head. He said, pass on the good news, pass on the message, shine with love, shine. Treat others how you wish to be treated yourself. And don't throw stones. Do you have no sin? Remember, Yeshua said that to the Pharisees and to all the people who wanted to stone the woman who was caught in adultery. He said, you who have no sin, cast the first stone. Because you may just be pushing them away with your actions and your words. And they might have been so close to coming to Yeshua, to Jesus, to the Father. They were so close and your words pushed them away. It's their journey, not yours. And you're not the judge. Satan, Hashatan, wants you to be judge. He went over that in my head, all the rules, and then would pick out friends who were doing wrong and say, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to go and tell them off? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do that? And Elohim, Jesus, Yeshua was saying, I am the judge. Let it go, Thea. It is not your place. I will judge them. Because it turns out I didn't know their whole story. And I didn't. Thankfully, they were telling me that. And thankfully, I listened. Because it's not my place to judge others. I don't want you to judge me. And if you met me now to someone who had met me when I was younger, you wouldn't think I was the same person. I've changed. And I don't want to meet somebody who is going to tar me with the same stick as when I was younger. The Elohim of Yahweh doesn't, Yeshua doesn't. They've forgiven me. I seek redemption. And they've forgiven me. They want me to hold my head up and move forward. Learn and move forward, grow and shine for my family around me who are non-believers. And that even caused so much within me. I felt like if I went through this stage where I had to tell them everything, and if I didn't convert them, they weren't saved. And then Yeshua, Jesus pointed out to me, now Thea, how would you feel if someone came to you and they wanted you to love woodworking and they had to have you love woodworking and you weren't really a fan of woodworking, or you hadn't really, it wasn't your passion and so forth, but all they talked about was woodworking, woodworking, woodworking. Would you fall in love with it if it was just crammed on you constantly? And then I realized, no. They told me to be me, to continue to be me, to be there for them, to help them understand anxieties, depression, everything like that from their philosophy, but without having to say it was from them, which was from them. That used to shit me. Because I wanted to tell everyone it was from them. But as soon as I said that, people with preconceived ideas of who they were would shut me down straight away. So they kept telling me, just be you. Talk to them, understand, because eventually one day they will know that it was all from them. And I do manage to slip that in at the end. That I wouldn't know what I'd know if it wasn't for them helping me. Because otherwise I might have pushed a lot of people away out of me pretending that I was the Almighty and I had to judge everyone. It's not my place. It's Yeshua's, Jesus' place. Father Abba Yahweh gave him authority to judge us. Believe me, we don't know everyone's stories, their background, what happened to them. So I don't want to turn around and judge someone. I don't wish to be judged myself. I only wish for Jesus, Yeshua, to judge me. He's my judge. He knows me. The name of Yahweh, our Father, knows me. They know what I've done and why I've done it and where I am now. So I want Jesus, Yeshua, Emmanuel, to be my judge. No human. Far more understanding than us humans. Far more patient, kind. Yes, and you can be strict. I did not know where this was going to go. I'd had thoughts and things and ideas, and yeah. Hashatan's been messing with my head, Satan. As for the whole thing, I had read someone saying that Christians, another label, believers of Yeshua, followers of Yeshua, Jesus, will not have demons. Are you crazy? Hello, we're all fighting the demons and everything. I still am. I've been going through this refining process for years now, all my life. And I'm sorry to say, if you've read your scriptures, you'd know that when Jesus, Yeshua, comes in the flesh, then the voices are gone. So don't go around thinking that I'm not a Jesus follower, I'm not a Yeshua follower because I've got demons, because that's someone else following Hashatan Satan, trying to make you feel bad and make you feel like you're not wanted by them, because we all have demons. And if anyone tells you otherwise, they're listening to Satan and Hashatan. Yeshua, Jesus, was the only one that could throw them out after 40 days. And he still went through heartache. And that's what I've been learning and going through this week. What he went through, up to the point that, he gave up his life. You can beat your demons, yes. But, I have demons that I don't even know about. And they help me to figure them out and find them and cast them away with the help of Yeshua. Yeah, they're telling me I've been through nearly every scenario you can think of. Aliens, mother, reptilians. But little did I know that they'd end up using that to show everyone where you're being deceived. And I don't mind being their vessel. Look, yes, I revealed a lot, and yes, I am human. Sometimes think this is quite embarrassing, but I also know that they want me to do this, share this, in the hopes that others may realise they're being deceived. So I willingly do it, freely and willingly do it for them. And, I had no idea until recently that everything I'd been filming over the last couple of years, because at the time I thought I was on it when I wasn't on it. I didn't know that they were going to end up using that as a way to help other people to realise when they're being deceived. And now I see their plan and I think it's a beautiful plan. Because I've heard recently that most people go through this and then they come out of it and come back and wish to be followers of Yeshua or of Jesus, where I actually filmed the whole lot for you to see. And yes, there are some embarrassing moments throughout it. But they also tell me I have forever and ever and ever and ever eternity. So if I have to embarrass myself a little bit in order for others to find them, be led to them, I do it freely and willingly. And know that this is just a blimp on the rest of forever and ever. All right. And that is all they're telling me. So I will finish with a prayer. I'm also being told, remember, Hashatan and his demons come from the left. Yeshua sits at the right hand of Father. Yahweh has almighty power over every single direction and everything. And he will use what the devil does. He will use it. They're going to do it. But he will twist and turn their plots to work for good. See my life. When I was following Hashatan and his minions, little did I know that they'd end up twisting and turning it and using it for good to help others. So please, Yahweh, Elohim Yahweh, please, forgive me my debts, please, as I forgive my debtors. Lead me not into temptation, but deliver me from evil, because thine is the power and the glory forever and ever, Yahweh. In the mighty Kodesh name of Yoyaki, Jobin, Yeshua, Emmanuel, Jesus, please, let your desires, Yahweh, be completed here on earth as they are in the Shemayim. Please, in the mighty Kodesh name of Yoyaki, Jobin, Yeshua, Emmanuel, and by the mighty Ruach HaKodesh, and by the mightiest of all names, Yahweh, our Father, our Elohim, Yahweh, Ehad. Love you all. Thank you.